Okay, so our next project, we're going to be building some shelves. I'm building them in my son's bedroom. This is his room. I've recently decorated it. It's got a new laminate floor. Everything's white in there. That's what he wanted. It's a completely blank canvas. He has a little annex room in here where all his computer gear is. But apart from that, everything is bare. Bare walls, bare ceiling. And we've got this one wall here. I think it's about 13 feet long. And it's a big high ceiling. I'd say a 10-foot ceiling. And we're going to be putting some shelves on there. He wants shelves and a built-in clothes hanging rack. So I'm going to build that out of steel pipework, malleable iron fittings, and I'm not just sure how we're going to hang the clothes yet. That's to be looked at. But let's have a look at the parts we're going to be using. Okay, so these are the bits we're going to be using. I have about 60 ends to do. It's going to be 3/8 BSP. You can see all these ends here. At the end of the video, I'll put some sizes up of the framework if you're interested. The size of the timbers and the size of the steel as well. These are the fittings. We're going to be using quite a few of these tees. These cost me about 60p each, perhaps $1 in the US. Same with these. They were 50, 60 pence, about $1. Now these, I couldn't get these anywhere. I had to go on eBay for these, and these were quite expensive. They worked out at nearly £1.50 each. They're going to be for the floor plate and the wall plate. So, how do we put a thread on these? Right, there's 3 ways you can do it. One is with a hand threader. You lock your steel pipe in a jig like this, a vice. Put your hand threader on. The disadvantage of that is it's very hard work. It doesn't have a ratchet on it, so you're going in both directions. And also you've got to make sure it's square. Even though it does have a small lead in that part there, it's very easy to get it unsquare, and then when you start assembling all your part work, it'll look like a dog's back leg. Another way to do it is with this equipment here. This is an automatic threader. Put your pipe in here, lock it up, set your tailstock to the same size so that it holds your pipe rigid. Put your different die size in there. That's for cutting your pipe. This is for cleaning out the ends afterwards. I won't be using this today, unfortunately. We don't have a set of 3/8 dies for that. We only go down to 1/2 inch, so I can't be using that. That's very easy, makes it a lot simpler. So what I'm going to be using is this ratchet handset here. This has a forward and reverse ratchet on it. It has a good long lead in there, so that it keeps your ratchet nice and square. And it's got this ratchet head here, so that you're just doing this action all the way backwards and forwards. Very easy to use. And the one thing to use, whichever one of these you choose, the most important thing is this, oil. You must keep your pipe well oiled, or the teeth on your ratchet will be done in no time. Okay, so you'll see me in an hour or two, and I'll have had all these done. So we're putting a foam pad on the base of the foot. That's just to protect the floor, because I'm not actually going to be screwing into the floor. So that's the start. We're going to have another upright here. That's 1, 2, 3, and then one way over here 4, because this last one's going to be the wardrobe space, the hanging space. So we've got our 4 bases in, and we've got a plank. We didn't want to go for the planed all round smooth redwood look, so we went searching in a scrapyard, a recycling yard, and we found some old floorboards. These were around about 12 foot long and they're 12 inches wide. We've washed them, just blasted them with a power washer. We've then sanded them up and we've waxed them with a dark oak wax. I know they look a bit rough, but that's the sort of look we're looking for, a little bit industrial. So we've got the steel of our posts and we've got these old floorboards with paint marks, nail holes, screw holes to give it that rough look. So the next part is to build the rest of the towers so that we can get the next plank in. It's important that all these planks are level, so we're going to put a level on. That looks pretty good. Yeah. And the next one. Right, we're a little bit higher, so we'll lower that one down. That's pretty good. The next part, we're going to mark the walls. Then we'll just turn that back half a turn. Slide it away, and then we'll drill, plug the wall here, bring it back over and screw it in. So we've got all our 4 uprights in position. 1, 2, 3, 4 planks. Like I said earlier, that's going to be the area for hanging clothes there. And we're just fastening our top parts on now, with just those 4 to tie to the wall. Just a matter of drilling holes, fastening the wool plates on, and we're more or less done. We've now finished the shelves.